Right, here we are, the Winter League final at Decoy Lakes, and I am either side, I'm in between two of my good friends, John Arthur
I'm not your friend.
and Thomas
I'm your
Scully.
friend.
Had to remember his
And-
name then.
and
didn't you?
we're on-
The three amigos.
6 islands, but there's only
Five.
5 islands.
Welcome to the fence.
So apparently we've drawn not
Drawn
bad.
all right.
We've drawn all right for the lake.
Yeah.
You fancy it?
Yeah, we'll have some fish.
Yeah.
Some fish with me, probably.
Good. It's a bit cold. I think we're about -2 this morning travelling down here. Luckily our area's not frozen. There's poor anglers near us that have still got ice in
The
front of
violet's
them.
still frozen.
As you can see there. So I think it's going to be an interesting day. Obviously everyone's spread around the complex, so it'll be, I'm sure loads of fish will get caught, so I'll let you know what happens later on.
See you later, folks.
See you later. Johnny's bagging up, aren't you? Yeah. I must have had 30, I reckon, the other day. Yeah. get that, John? Great days fishing here if it weren't for winds on, wouldn't you? Penetrating, wouldn't it? Oh mate, it's been ridiculous. It took me a while to even foul up one, but then
Today, obviously not. But on another day,
two ways.
I know it is. It's not very deep at all, there, is it?
Normally just chase them away.
Guys, we've got 66 cards.
Not weighed in, 66 cards. Who's that?
Nice.
What lake though?
Now,
So if he's on damp.
there's somebody down there. He's had 67 kilo opposite him, and he's battered him. 16 on Elm. Well, 19 kilos. 19 kilo one.
I've got a fishing over there.
When you missed the 21 kilo, was that an inch net, Nick?
Yeah, he's only got 2 kilo in here.
Oh, have you had top? 35 It's £80. What's that tin a corner? 21 kilo, isn't it? Yeah, Nick's had the barbel as well, hasn't he? What they have, didn't they? Oh, 4 kilos. Oh, it's me.
I think you've got more.
How many? What's yours? 7 barbel, I can't find the pole. I've lost it. No, you've battered me, so I've had it. They've been in that little sort of D, haven't they?
Yeah, please.
Cheers, bud.
Thanks. What have you had? Honestly. That's bizarre, isn't it?
I'll just get us a picture. Thank you.
No, but I thought you were miles ahead of me. Right, okay, so we've just finished the match and we've weighed in. I've been next to Tom all day, we've had a great day, haven't we?
We've had a brilliant.
Had a good
We
laugh.
always do when we draw next week.
Now,
don't
to
we?
be honest with you, the wind has been an absolute nightmare.
So tough to fish long one day.
Yeah, crosswind, but it's been a really good battle.
It's been a brilliant battle.
I'm usually reasonably accurate, but I was miles out. I honestly thought Tom was £25 ahead of me, and it's come to the weigh-in, and Tom's had, what have you had?
35,500, I think, something like that.
Yeah, 35,200, and I've had 34,500.
That's right.
So he's beat me by 700 grams, but
Very, very close.
really close, and I honestly thought he was £20 ahead of me. So he's won the lake. Well done, mate.
Thank
Congratulations.
You. Unlucky to you, mate.
And I've come second on lake, which is good team point. So
Good results
we're
in
going to
that,
get back now and see the results, and I'll let you know what happens.
See you in a bit, folks.
See ya. Right, Winter League final. I've drawn 6 islands, peg 12, and I was told straight away when I drew it, I'm in a good area, but it's going to be very hard for me to beat 11 and 10. And when I plummeted up, it made me realise why that was the case, really. Of course, for team points, it was good for me to be in that area because there were far worse places to be on the lake. And I had Johnny Arthur to my left and my old mate Tom Scully to my right. So we're going to have a good day regardless. You know, it's a big event, very prestigious. My main intention was to get good team points. But as I said, when I plummeted up, it got deeper to my right, really deep. So it was obvious where the fish were kind of like happier to be. The only problem I had was the wind was a nightmare trying to fish the long pole. And to cut a very long story short, I've obviously gone with the intention to try and catch a few fish short, never had a bite. And it was just a case of a dobbing day and feeding very small amounts of bait in the area where I felt the fish were. There were definitely more fish to my right, but I couldn't physically hold my pole into the wind, it was that strong. So I kind of like fished straight in front of me, just where the depth is coming up to the shallow water really. The further I went left, the shallower my peg went. So I was trying to keep in that deep water as much as I could. And I've caught the odd fish, odd carp. I've also had a lucky match really. I foul looked the odd fish but got them out. I've only lost 3 or 4 fish. And then they've backed off and I've needed to go to over 14.5 metres, you know, holding my 16 metre section. I just couldn't do it. It was impossible for me to fish at that distance. I could have held it, but my presentation was so poor, I felt that it was just more important to stick at a distance where I could at least create decent bait presentation. And I've just caught steady. And then the last hour, it's all kind of, my wheels have fallen off, and of course, because it backed off, I've not caught. I might have had 2 fish in the last hour. I've landed a fish after time. Tom Scully, on the other hand, has caught steady all day. He's fished a really good match. And in all honesty, I thought he was miles ahead of me. And it's come to the weigh-in. And he's had 35 kilo 200. And I honestly thought I was £20 behind him. And I've weighed 34 kilo 500. So in theory, I was only 1 fish behind him. And he's won the lake and I've come second on the lake. So I was really happy with that. And you know, also pleased that Tom's won the lake as well. Johnny Arthur to my left shows the difference between, you know, maybe 6-7 yards in difference between the anglers. Johnny Arthur to my left, who's no mug, he's a brilliant angler, struggled for a bite, and I ended up with 10 kilos. So, you know, I would draw the right area for good team points. On the team side, we ended up with 57 points, Barnsley, and that put us second. Maven Northeast have won it with 51 points, so they fished a brilliant final. Obviously, you know, good team points they've all scored, so they deserve to win it. And third were the Starlets with, I'm not sure how many points they had, I think it was 70 odd, so there's a big difference between, you know, first, second and third in points, which shows how peggy the venues were. Even March was quite peggy. So yeah, second overall, silver medal. So yeah, it was a good day, really enjoyed it.